Yo, what it do? It's your boy, Mr. CJ Curry. It's the CJ Curry Show. It's presented by PrizePicks. Shout out to PrizePicks for sponsoring the show and the live stream. We went crazy last night. Crazy last night in the Dub Club. Crazy last night in the Discord. So those of you who are signed up to the Dub Club, who have enabled Discord access, you should have made some money last night. There's really no excuse why you were not profitable last night. We went crazy. I'll show you that in just a minute, but I just want to say what's up to everybody out there. We've already got 50 people joining me this morning or this afternoon, depending on where you're at in the world. But I just want to say thank you for being here. We ran the likes up over 100 likes. Let's run it back again today. Hit that like button. It's a real simple task, but it's a big thing that you could do to help get the word out, spread the message, get all these winning picks and plays out to as many people as possible. Yesterday's video, we ended up going with total of 6 picks. I think the 4 that I was on all hit. The 4 picks that I was on all ended up coming through for us. Jimmy Butler under 6 assists hit. Anthony Simons under points ended up hitting for us. Isaiah Stewart over rebounds and assists ended up hitting. And then there was a 4th one. Who was that 4th one? You guys remind me. It slips my memory. But there was a 4th one that ended up hitting for us as well. But all the picks that I put y'all on ended up coming through. Oh, it was somebody under PRA. Somebody under PRA. Who was it? I forget who it was. Oh, Zach LaVine. Was it Zach LaVine under 30 points, rebounds, and assists? I think we ended up hitting that one too. But anyway, yeah, yesterday's video was pretty crazy. Yeah, I wish we would have went 6 for 6, but hey, such is life. We're out here gambling. There's a little bit of risk involved. We're not going to hit them all. We're not going to win every single day, but yesterday's Dub Club was stupid good. Anyway, let's run through the comments. What's up to Everyday Fantasy? Says, what it do, good peoples? Shout out to you. Thanks for being here. Dave's in the building. We got Jong. He says, what's up? Shout out back to you, Mr. Jong Lee. Smooth Criminal says, CJ Money, let's go. Love to hear that. He says, let's go. No Limit Chino says, let's go. We back, baby. Yeah, we here. Roy's in the building. Let's go. I see you. D'Angelo says, and CJ, we trust. Yeah, well, went crazy yesterday. We went crazy. Handmade, yo, CJ, you are in fuego. Thank you, Handmade. Appreciate that. Midnight Madness TV, let's get this bag. I love that energy. We're definitely in the bag getting mood today. Snoopaloops here, 5 for 6 last night. Good start to the season. Yeah, I've had back-to-back 2 Green Days. Shout out to Green Day fans out there. But I've had 2 Green Days back-to-back to start the NBA season. So we're looking to try to keep it going tonight on just a 2-game slate tonight in the association. But we do have some Monday Night Football. We have NHL. So Dub Club members, do not worry. We're going to be putting out NBA picks. We're going to be putting out NHL picks. We're going to be putting out NFL picks. Plenty of picks for you Dub Clubbers out there. Thank you for the 67 that are watching. Let me go ahead and hit the like button myself. If you haven't done so yet, take an opportunity, hit the like button, help me grow this community out. James says, we back up $125 last night. Love to hear that. James Contavious is in the building. Great night last night. Huncho, shout out to you. Appreciate you being here. Who else we got in here? Looking through these messages real quick. Just trying to say hello and what's up to everyone. Can someone please tag the Dub Club when the slip is complete? Thank you guys. Love you, CJ. Thanks for the heat. You served up last night. I'm at work and sending love to you all. See you guys soon. Yeah, what I'll do real quick for anybody interested in joining the Dub Club, it's only $20 a month, 67 cents per day, super cheap. Everybody should have made their money back by now between night 1 of the NBA, night 2 of the NBA. The $20 should have already been paid back to you in full. All right, in full. But I just dropped the link to the Dub Club in the live chat. For those of you who aren't Dub Club members yet, you're interested in checking it out, I highly recommend you do so. Here's why. Last night was insane. I ended up posting a total of 17 picks. 17 picks, all NBA picks, exclusively to Dub Club members who have connected to the Discord. Basically, real simple process. Join the Dub Club in the link I just dropped in the live chat. Okay, once you do that, then you connect your Dub Club to your Discord account. And then you're off to the races. You'll get access to Curry's Kitchen, where I post picks daily. 17 picks last night. You see all these green checks? Those are all the picks that hit out of the 17 that I posted. We went 13-4 last night, my friends. 13 winning picks, just 4 losing picks. I mean, we hit on everything from Kyle Kuzma's points and assists to LaMelo Ball's assists to Kyle Kuzma's points and rebounds, Jordan Poole's points and assists, Jordan Poole's points and rebounds. We took the unders on those. Bam Caro under fantasy score, Fred VanVleet under assists, Jalen Green under PRA, Tyler Herro under fantasy score, Brandon Ingram over on rebounds, Donovan Mitchell under points and assists, and Talen Horton-Tucker under 6.5 assists. I mean, these are all picks that I posted last night up until tip-off of the NBA slate. 13 winning picks, just 4 losing picks. It was a great night. Like I said, a lot of people ended up going green, making a lot of money. Here's the winner's circle. This is where our members post their winning entries, and you can see that we had a lot of them. And not just NBA. You'll see some hockey sprinkled in, some soccer sprinkled in, maybe even some tennis sprinkled in. But shout out to Mac Finesse, Shindog, Don P. Who's this? Landon with some winning tickets. Effing Props Guy with some winners. Slats, shout out to you. Supreme, shout out to you. Space Jam with some winners. Kate with some winners. Rhinos in the building. Turkio, Happy Guy, Keeping It Puree, Green Goblin, T-Bone. I mean, the wins just keep going on and on. I could go all day, but I ain't going to do that to you. All I'm going to say is one more time, join the Dub Club if you're not part of the Dub Club yet. Like I said, $20 a month. All that is a one $10 two-pick power play. You hit one $10 two-pick power play over the course of an entire month. You have to get this job done, this task accomplished. One $10 two-pick power play, and it pays for itself. It pays for itself. You got a free membership. Hit one $10 two-pick power play a month, and your membership's free. I don't know how much easier I can make it for you guys. I don't know how much more value I can give you guys. 67 cents per day. You could find that walking up and down the sidewalk in your neighborhood. All right? I'm just letting y'all know, man. I'm trying to put y'all on game. You guys, I hope you guys aren't out there tailing Drewski's picks, the Nelk Boys picks, Andrew Schultz picks. I hope you guys aren't tailing these guys' picks. You know, when you go to the promo tab in the PrizePicks app, please, for the love of God, tell me you are not tailing these guys' picks. Don't tail their picks. You're donating. Tail my picks for 67 cents per day. Join the Dub Club. Once again, I'm going to leave the link to the Dub Club in the live chat in case you are interested in joining. And the link can always be found in the description of the videos each and every day. So anytime you feel like you want to join, it's going to be there for you. But there you go. DeMarcus says, I'll be in Valrico in December. Beers on me, bro. Sounds good, DeMarcus. Yamo be there. You hit me up. I'll be there for a beer. All right. Yeah, Drewski went 3 for 6. Exactly. Don't tail these guys' picks. Don't use your head, all right? Don't do something stupid. Anyway, let's talk about what they got going on PrizePicks today, because they do have interesting little promo happening here. It's Dame time. For those of you who are in the dark every day for the next 7 days, they are running different promotions. And basically, it's up to us, the PrizePicks players, the Twitter users, to go out there and run the likes up on these posts. The more likes that it gets, the better the discount for us. They've done this in the past with college football. Those of you who know about the, Shedeur Sanders in Colorado, when all that stuff was hot, obviously they've kind of slid a little bit, the Buffaloes. But anyway, they're doing it again with NBA right now. So what do we have to do? Well, for every 1,000 likes that the post gets over on Twitter, PrizePicks posts, they're going to discount Damian Lillard's points by 0.5 point. Now, I know it doesn't sound like much, but it adds up. And we're already at 8,000 likes on this post. So I implore you to go out to Twitter, follow PrizePicks, hit the like button, and let's try to get as good of a discount as we can on Damian Lillard's points. Now, they almost had us last night with Victor Wembanyama. They almost had us last night with that one. They did get us the night before, they being PrizePicks. Kevin Durant's 22 points didn't come close to getting it. I think he finished with 18. Last night was Victor Wembanyama. For those of you who watched that game, you kind of saw what happened with Wemby. My man got into a lot of foul trouble, couldn't keep his hands to himself, and it was looking kind of ugly. I thought it was going to flop. I thought they were going to get us for the second night in a row. And I'm sure a lot of you thought that they were going to get us for the second night of the road too. But Victor Wembanyama did end up coming back in with 5 fouls late in the game with about 7 minutes to go, and he ended up balling out in those final minutes of that fourth quarter. So Kevin Durant let us down. Victor Wembanyama came up clutch late in the game. Tonight we got Damian Lillard at 27 points. At least that's where he's starting things off, at 27 points. Now there's already over 8,000 likes on this post, which means we're going to get a 4-point discount at minimum, bringing him down to 23. I'd like to see this thing get under 20 points, to be honest with you. I'd like to see it at 19, 19.5 if we can get it there. So if you're watching this, take a minute, go over to the PrizePicks Twitter, hit the like button on this post. Let's get this down to under 20 points if we can do it, okay? Let's get it under 20 points if we could do it. Damian Lillard under 20 points would be amazing. I'd take that. All right. Anyways, appreciate everybody being here. Already up to 36 likes with 91 of you watching. Appreciate that. If you're not subscribed yet, definitely hit the subscribe button. We're at 10,499 subscribers. You guys can see it up above my head here. Getting real close to the 10,500 mark. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet. But yeah, big night last night in the Dub Club. Gotta love that. Like I said, join. The links in the description of the video, the links in the live chat. But let's get down to business. I mean, we got what, 2 NBA games to talk about today? Not a whole lot. I mean, just a couple of games, but this is going to be NBA focused. And then, like I said, for you Dub Club members, we'll get into some NHL picks. I'll post some of those for you. Also post if I find any NFL picks that look interesting as well. Peyton, shout out to you. Kyrie says, first time tuning in this season. Well, listen, we went 4-2 on our picks yesterday. You missed out. And if you're not in Dub Club, you missed out on those 14 additional winning picks that I posted. So don't sleep. It's NBA season. It's time to, lock and load, baby. Lock and load. All right, here's what we got. This is the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. This tool right here is amazing. I use this tool to help me find those 17 picks, of which we went 14 for 17. I used it on yesterday's video. The 4 picks that I came up with all came from the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. We kind of compared some different projection models as well, and we ended up getting 4 out of the 6 picks right. The only 2 picks that didn't hit were picks that I took from you guys. Some of you viewers out there that recommended Derek White over 2.5 assists, Quentin Grimes for more than a half a turnover. Those were the only ones that didn't hit. The 4 that I put you guys on, all cash. And I saw in the comment section that you guys profited with the 4 picks that we looked at together, okay? So let's go ahead. And no, I'm not shifting the blame on anybody. I'm simply stating facts, my brother. I got 4 picks right. The 4 picks I put y'all on all hit. Now, we can't control what these players do when they step foot on the basketball court. They're going to do what they do, whether we take more, less, or don't take a pick at all. Some of y'all were talking crazy like, I ain't taking none of these picks because I don't like them. I said, hey, I don't care if you like them. Neither do the players. We're going with data-driven, number-driven decisions here. Who cares if we like it or not, or if that player sucks or not? Let's just run with the numbers. That's all I'm saying. Facts are facts, George. I'm not shifting the blame on anybody. If anything, I blame the players. All right? But no blame on anybody here. Anyway, Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, if you guys want to check it out, there's going to be links down in the description. You can definitely check it out. Take it for a 7-day trial. But let's look at some of these top plays. We got a lot of Austin Reeves up at the top of the board right now. You see his points and rebounds at 19.5, taking the under 59.1%. It is very rare that you see 58%, 59% value plays here on the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. So, I mean, you could go snatch these up right now. Austin Reeves under points and rebounds at 19.5, or you could take Austin Reeves fantasy score under 28, 58% chance for that to hit. You've also got some KD for his fantasy score, 48.5. Got about a 55% chance of that hitting. Gabe Vincent for a steal. Doesn't look like he's going to get a steal tonight based on the juice that's being pulled from these various sports books. But there's an opportunity there for you to maybe take the under on Gabe Vincent's steals. Josh Okogie for more than 8.5 points. He's in the starting lineup, folks. Bradley Beal's out again. Josh Okogie's going to get minutes. That could be an opportunity for you to take the over. Yusuf Nurkic under 31.5 points. It's crazy. Just a couple nights ago, he was 27 fantasy points. Now today, he's 31.5. Nurk has been bumped up, needless to say. Embiid for under 2.5 blocks and steals. Joel Embiid for under 3.5 turnovers. So these are like your top plays. Like I said, I'm not going to go through all of the plays on the optimizer. You guys should go sign up and try it out for yourselves. I mean, there's literally hundreds of plays that we could potentially look at here. The best ones are right here at the top of the board, though. And how do you know that they're the best ones? Because they have the highest percentage odds to hit. Okay? And they're color-coded, making it real easy for you to figure out which plays are good, which plays are bad. No Booker tonight, Jose. Big news there. Breaking news. Devin Booker's going to be out tonight. Interesting. All right. Let's see. Caesar says, I chose Austin Reeves under 3.5 rebounds for the first game. He ended up with 8. Well, listen, you take it game by game. What happened last game or 5 games ago or in the preseason or last season when they faced each other, that don't matter too much. Look at things in a vacuum. Every night is a different matchup. Every night's a new opportunity. So just because he burned you in the last game doesn't mean you don't take him again tonight if it looks like a good data-driven play. Now, Austin Reeves has already started to be bumped down here. Look at his fantasy score now. The optimizer just updated. He's now went from 28 fantasy score down to 27.5. But even at 27.5, you're seeing a 56% chance for him to go under at 27.5, my friends. So there's still meat on the bone for us to take the under on Austin Reeves' fantasy score. Let me look at something here. We've got some pretty great fantasy score projection models. And by the way, if you're using projections to help you with fantasy score, make sure that you're using FanDuel projections. I don't care if you go to Fantasy Labs. I don't care if you go to Number Fire. I don't care if you go to one of these other sites, Roto Grinders, Roto Wire, but make sure that you're using FanDuel projections. FanDuel scoring is the same as PrizePicks scoring, is the same as Yahoo Fantasy Basketball scoring, okay? For those of you who did not know, the scoring's the same across those 3 different sites. Anyway, we're looking at Austin Reeves. He is projected by Fantasy Labs to have 26.6 fantasy points tonight going up against the Phoenix Suns, which is less than 27.5, right? So we saw that it was a very plus EV play on the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer to take under or less on Austin Reeves at 27.5 fantasy score. Here's a solid projection site, Fantasy Labs. Been around the industry for a long time. They've got good tools. 26.6 fantasy score projection is less than 27.5. We could also check out a site like RotoWire if we want to. RotoWire's got Austin Reeves all the way down to 23.2 fantasy score. 23.2 fantasy score. So we kind of established a floor now at 23.2, a ceiling of about 26.5, right? 2 different sites, 2 different models that we've checked out so far. So that kind of gives you an idea of what the maybe expected outcome is for Austin Reeves tonight at 27.5 fantasy score. Now, projections are just that. They're projections. They're not guarantees by any way, shape, or form. It's like when your weatherman comes across your TV station and says, there's a 40% chance of rain, but then it doesn't end up raining at all. Or there's a 20% chance of rain, but then it does end up raining, even though the chances were slim at 20%. All right. Just like the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer tells you that there's a 56.5% chance that Austin Reeves will go under 27.5 fantasy score. It's real similar to when your weatherman says there's only a 10% chance of rain, but doggone it, it ends up raining on your head anyway. All right. Wanted to just point that out. These do not say 100% chance to hit. You notice that? Not 100%, not a guarantee, not a lock for all you lock users, the users of the word lock out there. None of these are a lock. We're gambling. we're gambling, okay? There's risk involved. But anyway, Austin Reeves is projecting for less than 27.5 fantasy score. So if you wanted to go ahead and find him, you can simply do a search here on PrizePicks. He's going up against Phoenix, and then you would obviously click less on Austin Reeves. Number Fire's got him projected to go under. Fantasy Labs has him projected to go under. RotoWire has him projected to go under. What else can you do? What more do you want? Like I said, there's no guarantees, but that's about all you can do, my friends. You know, try to get your money in good. Get your money in good. Data-driven picks. That's what we're trying to do, right? And we'll be profitable over the long haul going that route. But Austin Reeves still there at 27.5. If you got him for under 28, congratulations and kudos to you. Let's see if there's any other value out there. Chris Monin says, bad analogy. Give me a better one then, Chris. Don't just shit on me and then, you know, not come back with a retort or rebuttal. What's a better analogy, Chris? Since you're the analogy wizard, apparently. Give me a better one. I'll wait. Come up with it. Not if you understand the weather. I understand what the little weather man or woman says when she comes across the screen, all right? I'm no meteorologist. Make no mistake. I'm not here giving you the weather. Chris, I know you love me. You're just busting my balls. Shout out to you for busting my balls. I respect it, Chris. What I don't respect is the fact that we have 42 likes with more than double the current viewers right now. So do me a favor, hit that like button. A lot of y'all are watching and listening, but you're not taking action. Kevin Durant under 48.5 fantasy score, about a 55% chance that he goes under according to the optimizer. So how does this work? Well, the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer basically goes out and looks at all these different sports books. What comprises a player's fantasy score projection? Well, you got points, rebounds, assists, you got blocks and steals, you got turnovers. So it goes out there and it looks at all the sports book lines for all those different categories. And that's how it comprises or comes up with its fantasy score over or under recommendation. It's based on the juice that you're finding out on the various sports books, right? So in this case, Kevin Durant at 48.5 fantasy score, about a 55% chance that he stays under that number. So I like to take the additional step of checking out some projection models on somebody like Kevin Durant. So we could go do that right now. Now they've got him projected for 50 fantasy points, which is higher than 48.5. 50 fantasy points. I don't love that. I wanted it to kind of correlate with what we were seeing on the optimizer. That's what I typically look for. RotoWire's got him down at 47. So you've kind of got a floor now, 47. You've got a ceiling of about 50. You kind of got a range of potential outcomes now with KD, right? Let's look at another one. Number Fire. They've got him at 49 fantasy points, really close to the 48.5. So if you do plan on taking the under here, it could be a sweaty pick. I think for me, I'll skip over it, especially with you guys saying that Devin Booker is supposed to be out tonight, which is the first that I'm hearing of that. Let me pull up some NBA news real quick. I just want to get the scoop. What's the scoop? The latest news. Where are you guys seeing Devin Booker is out? Who said that? Somebody said that. I'm not seeing it here, though. And RotoWire would be the first to drop that information, typically. But I don't see them. Can anyone confirm, deny these whispers, these rumors of Devin Booker being out? I have not heard that Devin Booker was out. I mean, he was just balling a couple nights ago. Now he's out. Oh, Phyllis is saying questionable, but I'm not even seeing that here. Y'all let me know. Game time decision. Okay, I'll take that. RotoWire doesn't have anything, concrete about it yet. But hey, that could be an approach. Maybe you take the wait and see approach on KD. If Devin Booker's out, obviously we don't want to take Kevin Durant under fantasy score, right? If Devin Booker's in, maybe we do. but I wouldn't feel so comfortable taking the under on KD's fantasy score if Devin Booker's out. So pump the brakes a little bit. You could take the low and slow approach and wait for the news. So we're seeing some doubtfuls, some questionables. All right, so maybe he's closer to not playing than he is playing. That doesn't sound too promising. All right, well, be careful then. Don't take Kevin Durant under fantasy score. At least that's what I wouldn't recommend doing that. Yusuf Nurkic is also popping up on the optimizer here. 31.5 fantasy points. You got to give these sports books time to catch up. If Devin Booker is out, it may take some time for these sports books to change some of these lines. Kevin Durant's lines might end up going up a little bit from now until tip-off. So, you know, if you've got a big piece of injury news like Devin Booker looming, I would probably say take it easy on the Suns right now. Joel Embiid, you got him for less than 2.5 blocks and steals. I don't typically play a lot of blocks and steals picks personally, but it is a very optimal play. You could definitely go there if you wanted to. Embiid for less than 3.5 turnovers. That's another option for you. Let's take a look at some of these Embiid props real quick. See if we can throw some projections at it and make any sense, heads or tails, out of these different plays. So we got Joel Embiid projected for 2 steals and blocks. His line is 2.5. You could see on a site like BetMGM, big betting favorite to go under 2.5. So you could take the under there. I mean, it's a 2-game slate. We're gonna have to, take some chances with some of these NBA plays. Either that, or we'll put some NBA in there with some NHL and maybe mix some NFL in there. You know what I'm saying? Multi-sport entry. You could go that route as well. Taking a look here at his blocks and steals projection on RotoWire. They got him at 2.3. So 2 to 2.3, kind of the range of outcomes expected for Joel Embiid tonight in the blocks and steals category. You've also got him at 1.0 steals and another 1.6 blocks. That puts him at about 2.6. I mean, you figure with Brook Lopez being out there, he'll more than likely be guarding Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez is like a 7-foot shooting guard who likes to kind of hang out on the perimeter for the most part. So if he's dragging Joel Embiid away from the hoop, then maybe those shot block opportunities go down drastically. Just an idea. Appreciate it. We're at 10,500 subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. For you first timers, just go ahead and do it. Hit the subscribe button now. It'll be worth your while, I promise. But anyway, we got a couple of different projections for Joel Embiid and those blocks and steals. Let's check out another one here. Let's go over to Line Star today and see where they have him. They've got him projected for 2.3 steals and blocks. So most of these projection models have him, closer to 2 to 2.5. Not really seeing anything like 3 or more projected blocks and steals. So if you wanted to throw him in there, you could definitely do that. Him being Embiid for less than 2.5 blocks and steals. So where's he at? Boop, right there. You could do something like that, make a little 2-pick power play, or you can stash these 2 picks, add some NFL to it, add some NHL to it. Get wild, guys. Get creative. We should be having a pretty nice little Damian Lillard discount coming down the pipe here. Let's go check in and see where we're at. Woo! 12,000 likes. You boys and girls, you guys are doing the Lord's work today. 12,000 likes. Keep it going. Let's keep it going. Let's get that 27 points down to a free square. I know that's asking a lot, but that would be amazing, wouldn't it? Keep smashing the like button. Let's try to get these points down as low as possible. All right, so we got 2 picks in there. We got Embiid for less than 2.5 blocks and steals. Austin Reeves for less than 27.5 fantasy score. What else is popping? Does Greek Freak drop a 3? Somebody asked that yesterday, and I said that we would revisit it. I said that we would come back to that because there were so many picks yesterday. Why would we really waste too much time talking about a player that played on Thursday when there were so many picks for a Wednesday? Let's go back and look at it. Giannis is at 0.5 3-point makes. He's got about a 51% chance of knocking down at least 1 3 tonight. Now, does he do it? I mean, I don't know that he does it. If I knew that, I could just take all the money out of the bank and put it down on a straight bet on my favorite sports book. But I don't know. I don't know. I can guess. I can lean on some of these tools, some of these projections, and we could try to come up with a, I don't know, a stance. Here's a projection of Giannis, 3-point makes 0.6, which is just over that hump of 0.5, right? 0.6, his line's 0.5. So a little closer to making one than not making one based on these projection models. So there's the first one. Second projection over on RotoWire, 0.74 3-point makes. We're getting closer to him making a 3 tonight than not making a 3. These are the type of props that will drive you crazy. Just like our guy Quentin Grimes yesterday for a turnover. These little 0.5 style props, I hate them. I hate them. Especially with a guy like Giannis, who we know is not historically a 3-point volume shooter or a guy who makes 3-pointers at a high clip, high rate. I like to stay away from these. Here's another one, though. You could go Giannis for more than a block. That's 0.85, a 0.85 projection for him to record one block, one rejection. What else we got here? Giannis for a 3-point make. They've got him projected for 0.7 3-point makes. Again, kind of inching closer to him making one than not making one based on these projections. So Brandon says, literally everybody that played had a turnover but Grimes. Well, that's kind of the problem sometimes with a guy like Quentin Grimes is that you think about usage, right? You've heard that term usage. There's so many players on the New York Knicks who have high use. I mean, Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, probably third in usage. If I were to guess, I'm just talking blindly here. I don't know the actual numbers. And then you got Josh Hart, Emmanuel Quickly coming off the bench. There's a lot of hands on that team and only one basketball. Now, Quentin Grimes could like step on the baseline and go out of bounds, and that would be a turnover. He could travel with the ball. That could be a turnover. He could throw a bad pass. That could be a turnover. There's a lot of ways to accumulate one turnover, but a lot of them require him to have the basketball in his hands. So just keep that in mind. I like to steer clear of those. If anything, if you wanted to like make a meme slip, a meme entry, take all those 0.5 props and just put them in 1 6-pick. And it'd be like a scratch off, like a lottery ticket. You just kind of let it ride. But yeah, I don't really like to mess with those too much. AOD says, CJ, we love you. I love you too, buddy. DJ says, thanks for the picks yesterday. DJ, you're welcome. That's what I do each and every day. I do that here on YouTube, but I do even more in the Dub Club. So if you're interested in getting more winning picks, we went 13-4 yesterday. 13-4, I think it was yesterday. So if you're interested in getting even more picks, I've posted the link to Dub Club in the live chat. You guys can check that out. Matt's asking about KD under fantasy. You guys got to be careful using all caps. I've got a bot that monitors the chat. If you use all caps or if you leave like a paragraph long statement, it's going to automatically hide or delete your comments. So keep your comments short and concise. Try not to use all caps. I can still see them, but I have to like unhide them. So I just want to let you guys know. That's why maybe your comments are not showing up because they're being filtered. Oh, no worries. No need to apologize. I just want to make sure that you're heard and that your message is seen. Dave Kinder just signed up for the Dub Club, a 3-month subscription. Dave, I appreciate you. I don't think you'll regret it. I think we could pay back your 3-month subscription in month number 1. I'm pretty confident, especially with NBA. So, All right, let's see what else is popping up here. You guys have some questions. I'm not going to be able to get to everybody's question. If you want to guarantee that your question is seen and that your voice is heard and you want to help support free content, think about leaving a super chat. Underneath the chat window, you'll see a little dollar bill icon. Click that, choose how much you want your super chat to be for, and then it will highlight your comment in the live chat, and it guarantees that I see it and that I will answer it for you here live on the show. All right. But there's way more of you than there are me, and so I can't get to everyone. Can't guarantee that I get to everyone. A lot of comments, a lot of questions, and I don't blame you. I'd have a lot of questions too. Everyday Fantasy's liking some Gabe Vincent stocks, more or less though. You got to tell us more or less, Everyday Fantasy. More or less on Gabe Vincent. Let's just pull him up on the optimizer here. His steals plus EV played to take less or under on the steals. If you're thinking about going over on the blocks and steals, well, you got about a 51% chance, a little bit better than a coin flip, that he ends up grabbing at least one steal or blocking at least one shot. So that's kind of the data, the stats behind it. I'm going to stay away from that one. I got burned yesterday with that Quentin Grimes turnover. I got burned with Derek White at 2.5. I'm going to stay away from it. Not that it's a bad play. It could very well end up hitting. Normally, when you post those, Don P, they do end up hitting. And then I regret not taking them. But I'm going to stay away. Caesar's talking about some LeBron for more than 3.5 free throws made. Hey, listen, I want to put y'all on game real quick because that's what I do. I'm not here just to give you a fish. I'm here to teach you how to fish too. We talked about Numberfire being free in the past, right? All you have to have is a Gmail account. You just sign up for a Gmail account. Most everybody in the world right now has probably got a Gmail account already. So if you have one, just sign up for Numberfire. It's free. Once you sign up for Numberfire, open up your favorite players' projections. Well, first you got to go NBA, then you got to go projections, and then you go daily basketball projections, all right? But once you're there, you'll see this screen. Go ahead and click on whoever it is you're looking at. In this case, we're talking about LeBron James, right? So we're going to click LeBron's name, and then this page will pop up. You're asking about free throw makes, right? So we're going to scroll down. Today is the 26th. He's playing against the Phoenix Suns. Under these game logs, you'll see this upcoming projections category. Right here, you'll have FTM-A. That's free throw makes-attempts. You'll see that he is projected to make 3.4 free throws on 4.4 free throw attempts. Totally free, but it's hidden on Numberfire. So if you're looking for free throw make projections, you got to dig a little deeper, but it's there. It's on Numberfire. Numberfire, completely free site. That is how you can get yourself some projections on something like a free throw make for free. Don't have to pay for it. All you have to have is a Google account. But again, you will not see that category here on the Numberfire page. They've only got so many columns that they show here. But if you click on a player's name, you can dive a little bit deeper by scrolling down and going to game log section, upcoming projections, and you'll see projections for some of those less popular categories like free throw makes. Cool? Totally free. So Ryan's asking about Joel Embiid. What about Joel Embiid over free throws? Well, Ryan, you just click right in here, my friend. You scroll down, you find the Milwaukee Bucks. He's projected to make 8.2 free throw makes on about 9 to 10 free throw attempts. So maybe about 8 for 10 from the line tonight. I don't know what his line is on PrizePicks, but if it's at anything under 8, then maybe you'd want to take the over on that. Let's go see. 9.5 free throw makes. 9.5 free throw makes. He's projected to make about 8.5. They got to fix this search thing. This is killing me on PrizePicks. I complained about it on Twitter today. when you type somebody's name and it stays up for maybe about 3 seconds, and then it like kicks back typically. It'll usually do it eventually. We'll see. Anyway, he is projected to go under 9.5 free throw makes. That's not me telling you to take it. I'm just here presenting you with the information. You do with the information what you will. At the end of the day, we're all D-gens united as one. That's the truth. That's the truth. Isaac says that bug has been annoying. You're telling me, bro. Austin Reeves. D'Angelo's wanting to go back to Austin Reeves' 3-point makes at 1.5. I know a lot of people were on that the other night. And of course, PrizePicks, they put out that little 2-pick combo. What was that? They had Brock Purdy's 1.5 touchdown passes. They combined that with Austin Reeves at 1.5 3-point makes. And did either of the picks hit? Of course they didn't, guys. Please don't fall for the okie doke, man. PrizePicks, I love them. I love them, but how many times have we seen these like promotions? We've seen these discounts. We've seen these little things not work out in our favor. I mean, it happens. It happens a lot. I'm cool with the tacos. I take every taco that that gets posted, but there's a reason why they pick the players that they do. They know it's going to be a sweat. I don't care what they say. It's not like they're blindfolded and they're throwing darts at a dartboard and they're like, okay, well, it happened to land on Brock Purdy for 1.5 touchdowns today. Let's go with that. I don't believe that it's happenstance, that it's by chance that they pick these players that they do. Kevin Durant's points the first night. Wembanyama almost sold the bag last night. Damian Lillard tonight. I rest my case. We'll see how Dame does tonight. I'll probably take it, depending on how much of a discount we get on it. It is still at 12,000. No, it's up to 15,000. There we go. 15,000 likes. Love that. Love that. Y'all keep it up, man. All right. Anyway, the 3-point makes for Austin Reeves. Let's pull it up. We already have his fantasy score in there for under 27.5. His 3-point makes, 52.8% chance that he goes under. So would I recommend this as a PrizePicks play for you to take Austin Reeves for more than 1.5 3-point makes? I would not, because PrizePicks is a fixed payout format type of daily fantasy sports game. So in other words, you don't get to make any additional money by going against the odds or taking a pick that's essentially plus odds, plus money. So there's really no reason to do it. You're not going to get a bigger payout. It's riskier. You're going against the juice. You're going against the data from the sports books. So I would not recommend you take this on PrizePicks. Now, if you really feel strongly and convicted that Austin Reeves will knock down 2 3-point makes and you have sportsbook access, that's a different story. You can go take the over on Austin Reeves at 1.5 3-point makes on your favorite sportsbook at plus odds and make a little bit more cheddar than you would on a site like PrizePicks where their payouts are fixed. Okay? But I would not do that on PrizePicks. I would not take him for more than 1.5 3-point makes because the juice is saying that he's going to go under. All right. I'm going to leave Austin Reeves alone. Other than on the 3-point makes, I'll leave that alone. Let's see. What other picks do I like? I'm kind of going through the chat and looking at what you guys are talking about. James is liking some Joel Embiid rebounds. For me, Embiid's he's a little bit dicey as a rebounder. At least he was last season. It's a new season and all, so I mean things can change. But let's take a look at Embiid and his boards. I mean, there's some nights where Embiid has that double-digit rebound upside, and then there's some nights where he's just not boarding. If anything, what I would like maybe a little bit more than just his rebounds on his own would be maybe combining his points and rebounds together. That way, if he does have a little bit of a subpar rebounding night, at least he can kind of supplement that line by scoring 30 points, 35 points potentially, especially without James Harden being there. So, appreciate the super chat, Everyday Fantasy. Rebounds, though, Joel Embiid at 9.5 boards, you got about a 51% chance of him going over 9.5 rebounds. So, is it the best plus EV play on the board? Absolutely not. It's almost a coin flip, in fact. Slightly better chance that he goes over than going under on 9.5 rebounds. Let's just check some projections out for Joel Embiid's boards real quick. You got him dead on at 9.5 boards. Not really seeing an edge or an advantage over or under in this case. He's at 11.2 rebounds over on Number Fire. So that's a pretty substantial over projection on a line of just 9.5. If you go check out Number Fire, you can plug in his name there and you see he's projected for 10.5 rebounds. So 9.5 is kind of the baseline, over 11 rebounds on some of these projection models. We could check a fourth one for you too. 10.2 projected rebounds over here on Line Star. So 3 out of 4 models have him going over 9.5 at 10 or better. The only model that doesn't have him going over 10 has him at 9.5, and that could break either way for you, over or under. So you could go Embiid over rebounds. Like I said, it's not the most plus EV play out there. If you're looking for the best Joel Embiid play, it's probably going to be the under on his blocks and steals at about a 54% chance of him hitting that. That's the best Joel Embiid play, mathematically speaking. In other words, when you go and you look at the sportsbook data, the way that the odds are on these sports books and stuff, you're getting true odds of minus 138 of him staying under 2.5 blocks and steals, a combination thereof. Okay. Matt Perez just subscribed to the Dub Club. Hey, I appreciate you, Matt. Thank you for that. Appreciate all the support. We will get you your monthly Dub Club fee of $20. I think we'll return that to you in a pretty short window. I think you'll make it back within the first couple of days, maybe even tonight. Hell, you never know. It's a smaller NBA slate, but yeah, we did great things yesterday. 13 winning picks, only 4 losing picks. Lots of green in the Dub Club. So for those of y'all who are just getting here, we had a fantastic night on Dub Club last night. So I want to make sure that those who want to join the Dub Club and support, the link, I just dropped it in the live chat. Click on that. Not only do you get to help support free content and what I do here on YouTube, but I give even more. I had 17 NBA picks last night. I know it says that I post about 5 to 9 plays per day on my Dub Club. It's more like 10 plus plays. I should probably update that, to be honest with you. That would be a light day. 5 to 9 would be kind of a light day. Yesterday, I had 17 picks that I posted, 13 of which hit and were winning picks. So what I would recommend, Matt, now that you've signed up to Dub Club, make sure you connect your Discord account to Dub Club. I don't really post directly to Dub Club. I post everything in Discord, especially with a sport like NBA. It's so fluid. The lines move so much. You got to be quick. And so I'm looking for the quickest way to deliver the picks to you guys. And I find that is through Discord. So join the Discord after signing up on Dub Club. Connected to, and you'll be in good shape. And that's what my last post or my first post was about here on Dub Club. Plays are currently being posted to Curry's Kitchen in the Discord channel. Make sure you've connected your Dub Club account with Discord, and I've even provided a link on how to do that. For those of you who are wanting to see my performance, this is year to date. We're up over 128 units, over 100,000 in gross winnings on PrizePicks lifetime. Over 25 years of playing fantasy sports and sports betting experience. So I know a thing or two, about a thing or two. But yeah, this is all on my Dub Club page. I just dropped the link. You guys can see that for yourselves, okay? And I'm not the only one dropping picks. That's what's great about being a part of a community. We've got some soccer sharps in our Discord community. We've got some tennis sharps in our Discord community. We've got people dropping NHL picks. We've got people dropping esports picks. I mean, you join a community, you get the benefits of being a part of a group of like-minded people. So let's look at Yusuf Nurkic real quick. He's at 31.5 fantasy score. You got about a 54% chance of him staying under 31.5 fantasy score. Let's run some projections on Nurk real quick. We talked about him. He was just at 27 fantasy score 2 nights ago. Ended up being at 28, I think, by the time that line closed. He's projected for 34.5 fantasy score right now, though. So the optimizer saying take the under. However, he is projected on Fantasy Labs for 34.5 fantasy points. So I don't know about that. And now they're saying Devin Booker may not play. Here's another projection of Nurkic at 35.5 fantasy points. So for me, I'm going to leave that one alone. Nurkic under 31.5 fantasy points. He's just projecting too high on models that I've used to win money in the past that I know, trust, and love. So I'm going to stay away from it. Brook Lopez, under 27 fantasy points, 53.5% chance. Let's run some projections on Brook Lopez tonight. Here's the first one, 26.7. Second projection for Lopez, 29.4. So he's right around 27 on the first model, over 27 at about 29.5 on the second model. Let's go check out Number Fire. Number Fire's got him at 27.8. So it's kind of some tight lines, some close calls here for Brook Lopez tonight. I don't know that I'm seeing enough of an edge or advantage for me to want to jump on this one. He's at 27.7 projected fantasy score over on Line Star. So Michael says, love your experience, brother. Been watching you for some time. Keep it up. God bless. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate you as well. Yesterday's video, we went 4-2 on picks. Got a little bit of our money back. We were looking for a 6 for 6. Didn't go our way yesterday, but that's all right. Plenty of days to come where we can make some profits. How about this one? Giannis Antetokounmpo at 11.5 boards. 53.4% chance that Giannis will have 12 or more rebounds going up against the Philadelphia 76ers tonight. Let's peep this one. We're looking for projections of 12 or better for the Greek Freak. Let's see what we got. Ooh, not a good first projection. 10.5. A lot of juice on the over at 11.5, but he's projected for 10.5. Might be a potential trap. Let's check some other projections out real quick. 11.3. Not going to cut it. I'm not liking what I'm seeing on these projections for Giannis right now for these rebounds. No bueno. 10.8. That is also underwhelming. I think we stay away from that one. What do you guys think? I'm going to stay away from it. If he pulls in 12 boards, well, God bless him, but I won't pay to find out if he does or not. I'll just be a spectator on this pick. Josh Okogie, under 20 fantasy score. A lot of these Phoenix Suns are projected to go under their fantasy score line tonight. But if you just got here, apparently there's news that Devin Booker is questionable. He could potentially be out tonight. Some are saying doubtful. Doesn't sound like Devin Booker will be out on the floor tonight from what it's seeing. So be careful with that. You got Damian Lillard at 7.5 assists, 53.3% chance that he goes under 7.5 dimes. That's kind of interesting to me. Do you think Lillard's going to come in and sort of operate as that primary ball handler? I mean, I would assume that he would. Who else would they have that would be dropping dimes? Drew Holiday's not there. Grayson Allen's not there. That leaves Damian Lillard. That leaves Chris Middleton, Giannis. I mean, those are your three big-time ball handlers for the Milwaukee Bucks. But they're saying Lillard under 7.5 assists tonight. seeing a lot of action on this one. A lot of folks betting the under on the sports books. As much juice as minus 140 on some of these sites. Let's run some projections on Lillard. Maybe he's looking to get his shot off tonight, and his assists are down. Let's see. Projected for 7.4. That is slightly under 7.5. Not a whole lot under, but under. Second projection for Dame, 6 assists over here on RotoWire. Now, that I like. So we got 6 to 7.4. That's the range so far on Dame. Ooh. Let's run another one. 6.8. That definitely puts him under 7.5, and a full assist under 8 assists. If he has 8 or more, we're in trouble tonight, right? It's going to be interesting to see how that dynamic works out. Lillard with Giannis and some of these other vets on the team like Lopez and Middleton. He's projected for 7.2 over here on LineStar as well. So I feel good enough based on what we've seen here on a short NBA slate to give Damian Lillard a chance at under 7.5 assists. I mean, I think it's at least worth a stab. Like I said, you're going to have to take some risks tonight. There's not a lot of games for us to choose from when it comes to NBA stuff. Jay says, I took Lillard at 7 assists. So you think he's going to have 7 tonight, or you took him under 7? Booker's about to be the first fine. Why? For, what do they call it? Load management? Breaking the new load management policy. We're getting Dame at 19. Is it over? Is the voting over? Did it end at 1 p.m. Eastern time? I'll take Damian Lillard at 19 points. So if you want to wait and take Damian Lillard's discounted points prop, it's going to be 19 points apparently. 19 points is what I'm being told here, based on all the votes. So Lillard was at 27. We're going to get him discounted all the way down to 19. Yes, I think I will definitely take that. Let's see. What else are you guys talking? What else are you talking here? We've got 79 likes. Thank you, by the way, for the 79 of you who so graciously hit that like button. I appreciate it. DFS lineups. Peyton, I don't really get into like DraftKings and FanDuel too much. So no, probably not. I'm sticking to the player props. Some of you guys are on some first half options. Steven Fernandez is liking Tyrese Maxey for more than 14.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Ronald is mentioning Yusuf Nurkic for more on his first half fantasy. He's saying it's a smack. I'm weird in this way. Maybe you guys are weird with me, but I don't like mixing first half with full game props. Does that make me weird? Or are you guys like that as well? I don't like mixing them. Like if I were going to do any first half props, they would probably be, I would just do like an all first half entry. But a couple of the ones that you guys are talking about here, Tyrese Maxey and then Yusuf Nurkic. Maxey over, Nurkic over. I don't really have any projections or way to project first half performances. Not really any like first half projections out there that I know of. But those are a couple of the ones that are being mentioned in the chat. Who got the locks? Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware. Hell, I think you could even go to Walmart and get some locks. Get locks anywhere these days. Way too low, Ellis. Who are we talking about? Who's Jarrell talking about? Oh, Middleton at 12.5. Yeah, is Middleton on any kind of minutes limit or restriction or anything like that? Do you guys know? I haven't really paid attention to preseason a whole lot, but was he getting like normal run, or, I mean, is he going to be limited in any way? I know he was injured for a while. He had 5 points on October 20th against Memphis. Yeah, I don't know what the details are on Chris Middleton's health, but he's at 12.5 points, and I agree with you. I mean, if he's, let's just call him the third option now because Giannis and Dame, obviously, but you could potentially go here. Let's see what the projections are looking like. 14.7 points on a line of 12.5. Yeah, I like that. He's at 12.6 on RotoWire, a little tighter there, a little closer. Number Fire's got Chris Middleton at 11.5, so that's less than the 12.5. We'll also check out some Line Star real quick. Line Star's got him up at 15. So, yeah, I mean, you could take a stab at Middleton going over 12.5 points. Let's see if it's a plus EV play as well, too. I kind of want to see where these sports books are lining up with Middleton's points. His points and assists line at 16.5 has 52% chance to go over. Just the points on their own, slightly less, 51.7%. Here's a good correlation, perhaps. Taking Chris Middleton over points and assists, and then if you wanted to include Damian Lillard under his assist line, since he's projecting to kind of go under, if Dame's expected to go under, maybe Middleton's going to go over tonight on the assists. Maybe you combine the points plus assists, and that kind of correlates well with Damian Lillard under 7.5 dimes. So you could go that route as well. Let's check out the points and assists for Middleton. Points and assists, 19.4. This is kind of weird. Check this out. I don't know if this is an error. Chris Middleton on FanDuel, his line was sitting at 20.5 points and assists. I don't know if that was their opening line, but that line compared to DraftKings and BetMGM seems ridiculously high for whatever reason. I don't know why they had him all the way up at 20.5 points and assists. No, I think they've adjusted now. I think everybody's in line with Middleton at 16.5. That might be too low, though. The fact that FanDuel opened with 20.5 points and assists is kind of interesting. It's kind of got me thinking now. Yep, AOD. I took that Brogdon over 9.5 points play yesterday. Absolutely. Middleton's points and assists here, 16.9. We talked about Middleton's points on Number Fire being 11.5. You add the 4.5 assists on top of that, 15.9 for Middleton there. So a little light on Number Fire. And then taking a look at Chris Middleton on Line Star. They've got him at 19.8 points and assists. So I think I'll go points and assists on Middleton just in case he's not getting buckets. Maybe he's in more of a facilitator role, playing third wheel to both Giannis and Dame. Let's do that. Let's go Middleton points and assists for more. Let's see how that works out for us. Like I said, I don't mind pairing him and Dame in the same entry because we're thinking Dame has maybe fewer assists tonight, and Middleton being over 16.5 points and assists does not negatively correlate in that way. So by the way, this is another one of the shirts that'll be coming out soon. Eyes on the Prize. New merch, new brand that I'll be putting out there. More information on that to come, but we'll have shirts, hats, stickers, like this sticker right here. See this little smiley guy? Yeah. Been working on a nice little merch line. So be another way for you guys to support if you want to support anything that I got going. The Damian Lillard discount has just hit the board here, folks. He is at 18.5 points. So he went from 27 points originally all the way down to 18.5 thanks to everybody who went out there and slapped the like button. Those of you who hit the like button on Twitter, we got him all the way down to 18.5 points, nearly a 10-point discount. So there you go. And I think you could put up to 25 bucks on this. So he was at 27. You're getting him down to 18.5 going up against Philadelphia tonight. Boom. Definitely take advantage of that. Take advantage of that. Dame better not sell. Yeah, I don't think Dame will sell. Zach says, just came back to Dub Club after being away from over a year. Glad to be back with the gang. Let's make some money tonight. Zach, welcome back, brother. Welcome back. All right. We did have a super chat come in from my guy, Everyday Fantasy. He's liking Yusuf Nurkic for 2 offensive rebounds. Have you guys gotten into playing any of these defensive rebounds, offensive rebounds yet? Has any of you dabbled in these streets thus far? Everyday Fantasy apparently has, and he's liking Yusuf Nurkic to grab 2 or more offensive rebounds. Now, obviously, when it comes to rebounding, most of the boards are collected on the defensive end. Once in a while, though, especially with these big guys who are playing closer to the hoop, they can grab some offensive boards. But have you guys gotten involved with any of these offensive, defensive rebound props? It's a newer category. I don't think they had this last NBA season. Let's check it out. Let's see if we have some projections for Yusuf Nurkic and his rebounds. 2 offensive rebounds. I have a feeling we're going to have to dig into the depths of hell to find projections on offensive rebounds here. RotoWire's got Yusuf Nurkic projected for 2.8 offensive boards. His line set at 2. His projection on RotoWire's 2.8. A lot of sites will not provide you with offensive and defensive rebound projections, but RotoWire's one of the few. They've got him at 2.8. 2.8. Let's see if we could find one for him here over on NumberFire. I think this is going to be another one of those situations where you're going to have to dig a little deeper. Let's go into these game logs. They have rebounds, but they don't split them up into offensive and defensive rebounds, unfortunately. From what I can tell, they just combine the rebounds. They do not give you offensive and defensive rebounds on NumberFire. Well then. We've got one projection at least, solid, that we can kind of lean on. Let's see if they provide them here on LineStar. They do not. They too combine all the rebounds into just one lump category. So the one projection that I'm able to find here was over on RotoWire, and they had Yusuf Nurkic for 2.8 projected offensive rebounds. So we could go with that. I mean, it could tie, it could push. It's always a real thing. I'm gonna save this Damian Lillard points for later. I think I'm gonna jump on his assists at 7.5 still. Here's what we got so far, though. Austin Reeves for less than 27.5 fantasy score. Embiid for less than 2.5 blocks and steals. Lillard for less than 7.5 assists. Chris Middleton for more than 16.5 points and assists. And Yusuf Nurkic to grab 2 or more offensive rebounds. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 picks? 5 picks. It's only KD and Nurk left. What you mean? What you mean, bruh? KD and Nurk left for what? I missed something, I think. Oh, they did have offensive and defensive rebounds. What'd they do that for? Postseason only? I don't remember that in the regular season. Devontae says that Nurkic has had 3 offensive rebounds in his last 3 preseason games, including against the Lakers. All right. Hey, even better then. We got a little bit of historical support on that particular pick. Let's go for one more, right? 25x. We're not going to stop at 5 picks. Let's go for 6 picks, right? Hit the like button if you guys think we should go for a 6 pick 'em. We can't stop at 5, can we? We got to go 6. Go big or go home, right? Especially since Nurkic could end up in a tie or a push with exactly 2 offensive rebounds. We need one more pick. Ooh. Mr. Ruiz coming through. He's liking Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills for more than 22.5 completions. Lovely, lovely. By the way, the Optimizer, Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, has Damian Lillard at an 87.3% chance of hitting the over at 18.5 points. It is not a lock. It is not a guarantee. But mathematically speaking, you're getting minus 1,400 odds that Damian Lillard is going to score 19 or more points tonight. Minus 1,400 true odds to go over 18.5 points. Like I said, 87.3% chance that he will be successful in going over 18.5 points. Gotta love that. Gotta love it. So should you take the pick? I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that you should take it, and whatever happens, happens, but you should definitely take it. Taurean Prince, under 13.5 points and rebounds. Taurean Prince, under 13.5 points and rebounds. Interesting. We're still trying to figure out how like Taurean Prince and some of these other guys kind of fit into the mix with these Lakers. His first projection was 13.2. The line is 13.5, so that's pretty tight. That is a pretty close projection. But you're seeing his line of 12.5 points and his line is at 12.5 points and rebounds on some of these other books and sites. So I think that's why he's popping up on the Optimizer. FanDuel has him up at 13.5 now. PointsBet has moved him to 13.5. So he started off at 12.5. But like on a site like BetMGM, I mean, you're seeing for the under, you're seeing minus odds there, which is a good indicator that, hey, there's a chance that, 12 to 13 points and rebounds could be the outcome here for Taurean Prince. His projection on RotoWire is higher, though, 15.4. Never like to see that when you're thinking about taking the under. His projection on LineStar is just 12.4. So the majority of these projections, 2 out of the 3 that we've checked here, have him going for less than 13.5 points and rebounds. Jarrell says that he hooped with Taurean Prince in high school. Good to see him with the King now. Shout out to you, Jarrell. You must have some skills, brother. Dame about to break his foot in the first quarter. How dare you, Leroy? Don't say that. Don't say that. Grab your cojones. Let's do 25x. All right. Chris is liking some D'Angelo Russell at 5.5 assists. Let's take a look at it. D-Lo. 5.5 dimes, you say? For the under or the over? Because at the 5.5 number, it looks like about a 51% chance that he goes under 5.5 tonight. You did not specify which way you wanted to go on that, I don't think. Over? Over? Well, you're going against the grain, my friend. You are going against the juice in this case. He's projected for 5.8 over on Fantasy Labs. Why is it that it's always like the 2-game slates that I'm on here the longest? It just seems that way. I can never get out of here in, a short time. He's projected for 6 assists over here on RotoWire. Again, if you're playing on a sports book, I'd recommend you go take D'Angelo Russell's assists over there, but I would not recommend you take him over on PrizePicks. You don't get paid any more bonus money or nothing for going against the grain on that. So for me, it's not a PrizePicks play, but you could probably play it somewhere else at plus money. if that's what you want to do. I mean, pretty slim pickings, guys. We need one more. One more. Uno más. We got to find one more pick. Hard to find 6 good plays on a 2-game slate. That's why. Absolutely. Absolutely. We could add a puck pick. There's hockey. We could do that hockey. We could check in on some NFL real quick. I know we typically focus on NBA, but what's popping with the NFL tonight? We got the Bills and Bucks. Bills and Bucks. Let's look at those real quick. Let's just isolate the Bills and the Bucks. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. There we go. You go football, you go hockey. There's options out there. Baker Mayfield, the top NFL play right now, more than 14 fantasy points. Interesting. Our guy, Mr. Ruiz, had recommended taking Josh Allen for more than 22.5 pass completions. That one's got a 52% chance. A couple of maxi options out there. Everyday Fantasy's liking some PJ Tucker under 4 field goal attempts. PJ Tucker under 4 field goal attempts. Boy, we digging the bottom of the barrel today, folks. We're going PJ Tucker field goal attempts. He is projected for exactly 4.1 field goal attempts on RotoWire. Appreciate the super chats, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's also check him out here on NumberFire. Projected for 2.8 field goal attempts tonight. Okay. 2.8 field goal attempts for PJ Tucker. Hey, maybe this is the one. Maybe this is the one that takes us home. Our final pick. I don't think there's any way for us to check the odds on field goal attempts. I don't think that there's any sports books. It's kind of a unique, prop to PrizePicks. So you can't really reference any like sports books. But we do have a couple of projections for PJ Tucker, and they both seem to be pretty low. 2.8 on one, 4.1 field goal attempts on another. You could also use a site like props.cash to dig into the game logs a little bit for somebody like PJ Tucker. You just simply click his name. You go to, I don't know, not a lot of game data to look at thus far, but let's just go back to last season real quick. He averaged about 3.2 field goal attempts per game last season. Now, that's last season. That's last season. You could even change this little dial here. You could go to show me the games where he's attempted 4 or more field goal, or 4 or fewer field goal attempts. So let's do that. Props.cash has really come a long way, by the way. If you're not using Props.cash, 25% off your first month with code Curry. But yeah, I mean, you could go there. You could go PJ Tucker under 4 field goal attempts if you would like. Be interesting to see how that works out without James Harden in the mix. Maybe he shoots it a little bit more, 1 more time, 2 more times. I'm gonna roll with it though. I'll roll with it. Let's go 4 field goal attempts for BJ Tucker. So just to recap, Austin Reeves for less than 27.5 fantasy score, Joel Embiid for less than 2.5 blocks and steals, Damian Lillard for less than 7.5 assists, Chris Middleton for more than 16.5 points and assists, Yusuf Nurkic for more than 2 offensive rebounds, and PJ Tucker for less than 4 field goal attempts. What will I put on this? Not as much as I typically would. Let's just go with like $18. $18 would pay out $450. If there's any picks you don't like, well, hey, leave them off. What can I say? It's a 2-game NBA slate, but that's what we're going with. That's what we are hanging our hat on tonight. That's where our money is at. Appreciate everybody joining me. Once again, Dub Club link is in the live chat. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, turn on those notifications. I'm going live every day at 12 p.m. Eastern time, helping you with these picks. And for you Dub Club members out there, hi. We'll see you in the Discord. Good luck tonight, everyone.